Hello, everybody, and welcome to a vintage cube draft here on the channel. If you've never seen Vintage Cube, it is a collection of Magic's most powerful cards, all combined into a cube format, which is really an exciting thing. We have opened a piece of Power 9, though it is not the piece that maybe gets the most excitement. It is Time Twister, so you can shuffle your whole hand, each player, into your graveyard, and then draw 7 new cards. There's also Counterspell in this pack. Hex Drinker is quite good. But I think I'll take Time Twister. It leads to some very powerful things, and we can maybe build around it a little bit. One of the things about Vintage Cube is that there are kind of combo-y decks, and then there's kind of fair decks, and then there's some kind of decks that are in between that just mostly play fair and then do some ridiculous stuff. Time Twister's mostly on the unfair side of things. For fair cards, like Hex Drinker's quite good. And honestly, Armageddon's kind of like an aggro fair card where you get ahead on board and then destroy all the lands. But we're going to take Time Twister. Maybe not the best first pick, but it is the sort of card where it unlocks options down the line, whereas those other cards were mostly sure, I can take it or leave it type stuff. Here there is a Miscalculation, which is a very powerful card. Just works in any type of deck because you can cycle it in the decks that, if you need an early interaction, you can use it as that, and if you get to the late game, you can cycle it. So I really like Miscalculation. Other cards of note in this pack, Coalition Relic is quite good, because you can just get up to huge amounts of mana. It is a little bit slow as it is a 3-mana play, but Time Twister tends to work well if you can get a lot of mana out quickly and quickly empty your hand, and Coalition Relic helps you do that. Another card that's quite good, Fiery Confluence, if you care about casting 4-drops, but that card's quite good. Pestermite goes in Splinter Twin combo, but I tend to want to have the Splinter Twin before I go for the Pestermite because nobody else really wants Pestermite. So if you do get a Splinter Twin, you can get the Pestermites later. Breeding Pool is nice, but I tend to like to have my fetches before I just start taking shock lands. If this was a fetch land, it would be more tempting. Okay, so we have a Miscalculation and a Time Twister. And now we see there's a Channel, which is quite powerful. You can use it to get Eldrazi out, but it either does the thing or it does Stone Cold nothing, which isn't always the best. High Tide could maybe go into some sort of blue combo-y deck with Time Twister. Dig Through Time can be good. Brainstorm can be good. There's also a fetch land. This is a very interesting pack. So we have a Time Twister and a Miscalc, but those can kind of go into any blue deck. Then there's a Marsh Flats. I think maybe taking a blue card would be good, like Brainstorm or High Tide even. High Tide is a little bit more finicky to draft. I will say that much. Dig Through Time is a bit worse than Brainstorm, I think, this early. I think it's between Brainstorm, Channel, and High Tide. I think I'll take Brainstorm. I'm going to take the Marsh Flats. It'll just keep me flexible. I think Channel is the sort of card that's really hard to get to work. Okay. So Hallowed Fountain turns Marsh Flats into a blue source. That's a pretty good follow-up, potentially. Thieving Skydiver is one that I really like. Because you can almost always steal something with it. This card goes well if I was going for the High Tide type deck. I think it's mostly between the Thieving Skydiver is just another blue card that's powerful, and Hallowed Fountain, which could maybe fix my mana and let me play an Esper deck with this Marsh Flats. Having the Marsh Flats makes me want the Hallowed Fountain, because then I can splash it to Fairy more easily, stuff like that. And Skydiver is good, but I don't think it's necessary potentially in the sort of deck that I might be drafting. Okie doke. Tolarian Academy can go really well with fast mana. I don't have any of that yet, so maybe I'm just supposed to take Vendilion Click. I can also just abandon the Time Twister and just play a blue mid-rangey controlling type deck that just uses good cards. I love Snapcaster Mage. Is Vendilion Click better than Snapcaster Mage? That's the real question. There's also a Glorybringer, which is cool top end. Ugin is a ramp card. I think Tolarian Academy often would go well with Time Twister, but I don't necessarily have a good start for Time Twister. Click or Mage? Because the Click is technically a 3-drop and Snapcaster is a 2-drop, but this is really a 3-drop or even 4-drop on its own. I think I'll take Click. I find that card to be quite good. The Candelabra. The High Tide's not going to come back, though, I don't think. There's also a Yawgmoth's Will, which is also a combo card. Oath of Druids for if you're like a creatureless deck. Hullbreaker Horror is like some sort of weird concoction finisher. I don't think High Tide's going to wheel, but Candelabra is the card that goes with it because you like make a bunch of mana and then you, yeah, can untap your lands. Yawgmoth's Will is quite powerful, but I don't know how useful it's going to be. Time Twister can sometimes go into Storm decks. And I have ability to get black mana. I'll take Yawg-Will. Okie doke. Now there is Fable is a strong card. Braids, not my favorite. This is like a mono white card. This is like a mostly mono green card. Hey, Connor, how's it going? Just vintage cubing to moderate success, as they say. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is quite good. Not really sure what I'm up to here yet, but I don't really want Leyline Binding. I can maybe make it cost 3 less, which is not the best. Could also just take Taiga, but... Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we're not seeing any blue cards here. There's a Sulfuric Vortex. That's a pretty good red aggro card, but we're kind of miles from that. Sylvan Library is quite good in some builds. Trespasser, Talisman. I think I'll just take Sylvan Library because it's just a very strong card, and I'm not going to be playing mono red at the moment. Usher of the Fallen is good in like mono white. Okay, so we get a Zeator's Proving Ground. That gives me access to green with my Marsh Flats. Talisman can also give me that, but Marsh Flats can get the let me cast Fable and Sylvan Library. I don't think Bitter Blossom is that good. And yeah, maybe we could have played with a mono white deck. Dark Confidant, Mishra's Bauble. I'll take Dark Confidant. I think I'm kind of abandoning these blue cards because I'm just seeing so many other options that are better. Okay, Dig Through Time, not really a card I can use. The High Tide did not come back, nor did the Brainstorm, which I didn't expect. Council's Judgment's hard to use. Devoted Druid is somewhat rampy. I think I'll take that. It's the card I'm most likely to be able to use, I think. Enduril can maybe be okay. I have some creatures. Birthing Pod, maybe we do some stuff with that. Mind Collapse isn't really the sort of card my deck wants. Fiend Artisan is like a birthing pod. Kind of. Okay, so we're in weird shape here, but we have some stuff going on. Kind of got the start of like a green-black early game rock deck, maybe. It is a really odd first pack. I guess that's what happens when you start blue and then blue is not open. We do not have a direction at all. Okay. This pack, there's a Thalia. That's quite a good card. There is a Green Sun Zenith. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, finding a direction isn't always the thing you have to do right off the bat. Seasoned Pyromancer can be good. Kind of green at the moment, but not really. I don't even know what colors I am. I don't think we're playing white. We kind of missed that ship, I think. Thalia is quite good, though. Green Sun Zenith. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. I kind of want to just take Seasoned Pyromancer because I have a Fable. But I don't have any other real reason to be red. There's also Time Warp. Thirst. Bloodchief's Thirst. I think this might wheel. I'm not sure, though. It is cheap interaction. You know, I'm honestly down to take Thirst. Because I feel like my Dark Confidant black cards could be okay. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot this draft. Kind of just get some interaction. Scavenger use. I'm just going to take Prismatic Vista. Help my mana out, I think. Somebody's got a cool combo deck, probably. Soul Transfer, Liliana, Scavenging Ooze. I'm just going to help my man out and hopefully buy myself some time to find a direction. I think if you're not going to be doing stuff powerful yourself, even, I might as well be able to stop them. I'll take Prismatic Vista over like Scavenging Ooze, I think, and Liliana. And over Thraben Inspector as well. I don't know if anyone's playing white at this table, really. Okay, Palace Jailer's insane, so I think I will jump into that if I'm getting it third pick. I do have the Hallowed Fountain, Marsh Flats. I don't know. I might just play like Abzan. I don't need to play red. Palace Jailer's nutty. This card is just unreal. And I can make it work. Where'd it go? There he is. Okay, so I've got the Palace Jailer now. There's an Archon of Cruelty. That's like a reanimation card. Palantir's not very good, I don't think. Palantir is like a card draw spell. There's Damn as a board wipe / kill spell from a deck. There's also Dark Depths. There's not a white card really that I want. I don't really want Winds of Abandon. I think I'll just take Wall of Roots. Build sort of a green-white deck. Crucible. Ooh, Skyclave Apparition. Sneak Attack is cool, but I don't think I'm in that direction. Savai Triome would turn my Marsh Flats into a, I guess, black-white source. I'm not using red, really. Skyclave is really good. I'm just going to go heavier white, because white is seeming really open. Blade Splicer. There's a Sword of Fire and Ice. I don't like Touch at all. Ooh, I could take Savannah as well. That's a good one. I might just take Savannah. Blade Splicer is good with Birthing Pod. Oh, man. I think I kind of want to just take Blade Splicer over Savannah. Savannah might wheel. And I think if I am playing a pod deck, having a Blade Splicer is good to be able to pod into Palace Jailer. Like, I actually have a pretty decent pod chain up now at the moment. Okay. Savine's Reclamation. Monastery Mentor is not the best in my deck. Noxious Gearhulk could be a fine pod target. I might just take Silent Clearing. I think this will wheel. This could be okay with pod. But I don't think I know even get up that high with pod. I could just take Silent Clearing as well. Nice. Ooh, Karmic Guide is really good with Birthing Pod. As is Sun Titan. Tidehauler Scullers are so sweet, though. Gosh, there's also the Wandering Emperor. Just gonna take Sculler. Just think it's strong. Ooh, Thalia Wield. This is gonna be a good draft. I might not play the Birthing Pod stuff. Wheeling Thalia is insane. And Thraben Inspector's coming back. Okay. This is what you get for reading signals. Maximum reward. Yawgmoth is pretty cool. But I think I'll take March. Just get some interaction. Winds of Abandon now over Dam. Okay, we figured out our lane. We can cut these blue cards now. Got the red card. Yeah, I wheeled Thalia. And that was kind of the sign. Wow, last pick Mystics is. Don't really want Call of the Ring. I kind of have some green stuff. I have a couple of black cards. I've got this birthing pod hanging out that I'm not sure I really want to play. There's a Path to Exile. There's a Time Walk. Can I get blue in? I can. I have a Hallowed Fountain. So I have 3 blue sources. If I have 4 blue... I've got a... This is an interesting pack. I might wheel the Path to Exile. There's also an Orcish Bowmasters and a Library of Alexandria. Time Walk is good in just any deck. And I think I can fit it in. I really want Path to Exile as well, but I think I'll take the Time Walk. It's not the best with like a Thalia or whatever, but... this is a strong pack. Path, Time Walk, Orcish Bowmasters, Library. I'm going to take Time Walk. And now there's a Mox. Oh my gosh. It's off color for me, but it's still a Mox. I don't know if it's better to take that or Giver of Runes. I still have a decent number of just mono pips. I could splash red if I see something especially worth it. Yeah, Giver. The fact that Giver might come back around is why I'm going to take the Mox. Mox is super good. Even if it's just for colorless for me. And getting like a Gideon makes it even better. There's Assassin's Trophy. Gideon is good with my Mox that I just got. There's a Selfless Spirit. I might not play black. I have this and this, which is black. They're both pretty good in my deck. I think I'll take Gideon here. Vampire Hexmage. Tundra. Nice. There's a Crystalline Giant. Ralgrin. Triumph. I think I'll take the Tundra. Because that gives me another free blue source for my Time Walk. And then I don't even have to play an island. I can just use Hallowed Fountain, Tundra, and Marsh Flats. Stoneforge Mystic. Am I going to have time to find a good artifact? Or do I just take Recruiter of the Guard? Yeah, I think I take Recruiter of the Guard because I can get Palace Jailer or Skyclave. And Stoneforge is going to be hard to use. Adeline? Oh my gosh, there's Mother of Runes though. Oh my gosh, this deck is sick. Okay, our deck just got very good this pack. Figure of Destiny, honestly, not that bad probably. No, I'm not pure that color, so maybe Skull Clamp is better. I could also take Inquisition of Kozilek. Just kind of go white-black Disruption with a splash to Time Walk. I don't think my green cards really add that much, so that seems like the best plan. I've already got like Pay Life for cards with this guy. I don't really have any real reason to play green in my mana. And I think Inquisition's good. Okay, I don't want that Gideon. I'll take Containment Priest as a sideboard card. Okay, so Path did not wheel. Ephemerate wheeled. Ephemerate's good with Blade Splicer, Recruiter, Skyclave, Palace Jailer. And Thraben Inspector. So this could be good in my deck. I also did not wheel the Giver of Runes. That's also fine. I get a solid card in Lingering Souls. I think somebody else figured out that white was insanely open. I'm going to have to add some of my random cards, I think, to make this work. Ooh, Spectral Procession can we get in? Sure, I'll just take this card. I can't play it though. I'm gonna have to play. Ooh, Golos. I can actually use Golos. Probe, sure. Knight of the Reliquary. Probably not playing that one. Okay, I think my deck has a lot of powerful cards in it. Oh, why is Andril in the 2-drop slot? That's weird. I can technically get every color, but I still don't know if Golos is worth it. I could try Call of the Ring. Because I have a lot of creatures. I have 10 creatures, but I guess I also have these token makers. Making them ring bearers is pretty nice. There's a Crucible of Worlds over there that I'm not going to play. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to play an island for my thing. I'm just going to play Tundra, Hollowed Fountain, and then my Marsh Flats can get either one of those for my Time Walk, and then I'll just use this with Life Total, maybe. Golos. This is a 3-drop for me. Golos, probably not. I can just main deck. So this is 6 lands here, plus a Mox Ruby. I don't even need this, I don't think. Because it's just getting black mana with my Marsh Flats. But everything else is pretty good here. I could play one island and it gives me 2 more blue sources, which is maybe worth it for my Time Walk. Yeah, it does make my Spectral Procession a bit worse, but I think I'm going to do that. So I'll add 1 island here, and then I'll play 16 lands with a Mox. My color sources are a bit weird, but I have a couple fetches. And then I can play Touch of the Spirit Realm as like a catch-all answer / way to get extra value out of like a Blade Splicer, protect my Mother of Runes, get Palace Jailer, Flicker, Skyclave Apparition. I've got some decent Flicker targets. I don't love it. And then Containment Priest, maybe. So now I can add basic lands. I'll try this card out, maybe. It's a very slow card. Yeah, let's just see how it does. Yeah, one of those. How many black sources does this give me? 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources. 6, 7, 8. That gives me 5, 6, 7, 8 black sources. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white sources. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources for my 1 blue card. That seems pretty good. We're going to save this and we're going to see how it does. I'll see you folks in the games. Hey there! If you are enjoying my videos and would like to support my content, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to support the content that they enjoy so that more of that content can be made, and my Patreon is no different. It really helps me dedicate the time and effort needed to make videos, and when you become a patron, you gain access to exclusive rewards as one of the ways I like to say thank you, like access to my card-by-card tier lists for each set, drafts with me, and other cool things. Special shout out to those patrons who support me at the credits level. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We won the die roll. Let's see how this deck performs. Okay, we have an early Time Walk. Punished by this island. I'll keep it. If I draw, I don't have to use my Time Walk right away. And if I rip a swamp off the top, this could go really well for me. I don't know about this card, but It'll be interesting. I'll pass. If it's much better to use Time Walk if you have something on board. Like even a Call of the Ring. Sure. A Plains would be amazing here. Okay, so I can get a Swamp, or I can get another Plains. I wish I had a black-white land. That's kind of unfortunate here. I kind of want to get a Swamp and play Dark Confidant. I'm going to get a... I'm going to do that. Then I can get double Time Walk. Like, then I can Time Walk to just get 2 extra cards. Potentially Blue-Green won't probably kill him. And my life total is not going to be a huge issue. But that was a close choice on whether to just try to go for Skyclave. I could have also tried to play Blade Splicer there. But I'm really trying to dig for lands. Yeah. They're taking a long time. Okay, get rid of Thirst for Discovery. My mana is definitely causing me some issues here. Time Walk being unable, like Time Walk is going to do some good stuff, and will potentially enable a double spell going forward. But I have like all 3s. Like playing this card does make it harder to double spell. Oko, okay. Okay, he's gonna plus on the Dark Confidant. I can Skyclave the Oko though. That's not the hugest deal. As soon as I find my other planes. Yep. Okay. A land would be great here. Honestly, not the worst. Attack Oko. Because if I don't have to use Skyclave, might as well not. Oh, they're going to regret that. And this will essentially give Mother of Runes haste. I'll play around Days. I'll take out Rona. Get rid of any looting they have. Mother of Runes protects my board. Call of the Ring is going to start giving me some extra value, potentially, like looting, turning my creatures better. I have winds to answer stuff. I feel like I'm in good shape. We're grinding. I feel like that's exactly why we took Time Walk, though, because Time Walk is just, like, insane. Like, that's the sort of thing that only Time Walk can facilitate for me. Like, Mother of... Oh, no. Oh, no. They don't play Lion's Eye Diamond out of the blue. There's something coming. Are they going to make us both draw 7? I'm pretty good on board. Okay. They're going to crack Lion's Eye Diamond for blue. Okay. Okay, my new hand is not very good. This hand is bad. Oh my gosh, they drew the Lion's Eye Diamond again. I mean, it's okay. It just has a lot of lands in it. I have a few relevant spells. If I draw like a relevant card, I'll be in good shape. I'm going to get to pick apart their hand a little bit. Because of this island, which I was really like, I didn't really want to run it, but it made it extra reliable for me to cast my Time Walk. I won't be able to do everything I want to do this turn. Because I want Inquisition and Spectral, but I can't then deploy Thraben. Do I want to thin my deck with the Marsh Flats is a question. I feel like I'm not going to lose this game by like 1 life point, and if I draw the Tundra, I'll be kind of sad. They just Time Twisted for relatively low value. I think I had less cards in hand than they did. Gosh darn it, deck. Let's see what they're working with here. Okay, we will take Oko. Play this guy. If my hand wasn't 1 spell, 4 planes, I would feel like very confident I was going to win this. They have an Ugin, but they can't cast it for like a year. And Miscalc is useless. This Frost Titan would be a problem. But I might draw an answer before that. Honestly, that Time Twister was much better to them than it was to me, though, because they have a hand of gas. So I was able to take their Oko. I'm just trying to think about how they're going to get out of this. It's probably going to involve Ugin to some degree, if they can ramp up to Ugin. Otawara can bounce my Mother of Runes or something, and then they can like slam something else. But honestly, like, it doesn't, because it doesn't count as a blue card. But this Lion's Eye isn't doing much for him. They are in the tank. I think my deck, I'm thinking about whether or not I should run Birthing Pod in this deck instead of something marginal, because Birthing Pod can do some good work. And like I can like sack a token to get a Thraben Inspector, sack a Thraben to get like a Dark Confidant, or Tide Hollow Sculler, sack one of those to get like a Skyclave or a Blade Splicer, or probably a Blade Splicer, because then I can sack Blade Splicer to get Palace Jailer, which is just incredible. So it's like, it actually does a lot in my deck. Like any card, I can get something really good. And so I think I'm going to try to run... I just am worried about having too much life loss from my own cards. But if I do draw both, I can just sacrifice Dark Confidant to Birthing Pod. I don't really want to add a green source to the deck, though. Okay, so they brainstormed, and then they Shelldock Isled. That's a really good combo. That means Ugin's coming, probably. So that's bad. Brainstorm is gone. Ugin's coming soon. They have miscalculation still. So this is if a library has 20 or fewer cards in it. They're still a couple of draws away. No, but they can cycle miscalc. So they can then cast Ugin next turn. Oh, that's so tough. I'm totally dead. They assembled their cool combo. I don't know how I'm going to beat that. I do not know how I'm going to beat that. This card's messed up. Dang it. Oh, man. I guess I could draw Time Walk. They're so happy to see me doing this. My opponent is just like begging me not to cast a relevant spell here. I could still draw like Palace Jailer or something. This is just so sad. Oh, yep, they get to cycle it. Yep. I feel like this isn't my deck's fault, though. There was nothing I could have done here. I literally just like got time twisted into all lands, and then I drew 2 lands. Actually, 3 lands. Because I drew a land, then I drew a land, and I drew a land off the Raven Inspector, too. Oh, but they get to just Ugin me now. Man, Brainstorm Shelldock combo is so irritating. Gosh. I'm so glad you liked it, Demo. Gosh, if I just cold ripped Time Twister to beat him here, that would have been great. Wait, they're not casting Ugin? Wait. What did they vote for? If the vote is tied, I think I definitely want a wheel. I'm going to go Embark. What did they vote for? Okay, it resolves. Embark. I'm going to vote Embark. I'm shocked. Yes, discard my 5 lands. Oh, there we go. Did they not do the line? Did they not put Ugin back on top? So what did they get rid of? Yeah, Ugin's definitely under there because they didn't discard it. Or they put it a few cards deep. They didn't put Frost Titan. Where's Frost Titan? Otawara's gone. Gosh. Does Touch of the Spirit Realm save me here? Exile it, return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Gosh. And I have a flash creature plus... Oh, I'm so close. Oh, I could actually beat Ugin now because he like wheeled like that. I don't understand. I'm so confused. Look at the clock difference. I've just been sitting here for 7 minutes wondering what they could have while they've been taking their turns. I just assumed that they'd be able to Shelldock Ugin me. Oh, man. Is it less than 20? No, it was 20. They had 20 before that wheel. Ugin -3 felt like game ending. But we're chilling. This is how Vintage Cube goes. I need to figure out a way to like edit out the like dead spaces where it's literally not my turn, because like that's the downside of Magic Online, is it takes so long. Oh. It takes so long. Why is it not my turn yet? Snap. What? I'm almost positive Ugin is under Shelldock Paris Commune. Because they played Brainstorm. They played Brainstorm and then played Shelldock when I knew Ugin was in their hand. And Ugin is like really good on Shelldock. So like this is like stuff I saw with when I revealed their hand. Okay, they're trying to return that to my hand. Yeah, I can give it Pro Blue and they don't untap lands. So it'll just fizzle the spell. Pro Blue. Ah, foiled again. Yeah, so Paris, basically, if you're just tuning in, I played Inquisition, so I knew Ugin was in their hand. And after I took Oko from their hand, and then they played Brainstorm, and then played Shelldock, so I assumed that they had put Ugin on top of their deck and then Shelldocked it. Because they didn't have Shelldock in their hand at the time, so they must have drawn it off that. Or I would have probably taken Brainstorm. Let's sideboard. We know most of their deck. They have Dream Halls, Treachery, Cryptic Command. Okay. Honestly, this could be a situation where I also side in my own miscalc. They have some expensive cards to counter. That could be good. Gitaxian Pro probably good. Mother Runes, all these cards are good. Bloodchief's Thirst, good against Oko, probably. Call of the Ring is just really bad, I think. This might just be too slow, but I kind of want to try this. Yeah, it seems like they maybe didn't do that. Gideon, I might cut it for Birthing Pod just to try it with Birthing Pod's like in the deck. Let's try it. I kind of wanted to see what Birthing Pod feels like if I draw it. I mean, Gideon's probably better for me. Okay, this hand is not keepable without a white source. I only have an Inquisition I can cast. This deck does not want to cooperate with me. Okay, we'll keep this. We'll ditch. Honestly, I want to just ditch Ephemerate Skyclave. And then rely on Palace Jailer to carry me. This is not a good hand, though. Mulliganing to 5 is just bad. But the other hands were like 1-landers, so they weren't keepable. Okay, so we can now cast Palace Jailer. Okay. Rona, yep. Okay. Mana value extra less. So I can do this on turn 3 to kill Rona. Not that I want to, because I want to be able to Palace Jail or something. They're shell docking, okay. Their deck does not seem good at taking back the Monarchy, I'll say that much. It's one of the reasons Palace Jailer is such a beast. Are they attacking me? No, they're not. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I know they have Miscalc in their deck, so I'm actually going to slow play this. I would love the Mox Ruby Jam Palace Jailer, but like, why would they not do anything on turn 3? That's just like nonsensical. And this way I can like march on end step or miscalc their 4-drop. Play Palace Jailer, get Rona. Like, this is one of those game 2 versus game 1 things where it's like, I don't know. It felt like their deck probably had stuff they could have done instead of just holding up 2 mana on turn 3. Die, Rona. So no matter what, they're going to loot first. Counter target spell. What was the other mode? Not that I can stop them. Counter draw. Okay. I also knew they had Cryptic Command, but I was mostly playing around with Miscalc. I know they have 2 wheels as well, so I'm going to play Mox Ruby ASAP now. They get rid of Ugin, okay. Play around Daze, as one does. I am the king. You will respect me. Oh my gosh. That's such a sick combo. Oh, this only exiles creatures. Okay. Oh my gosh, they're running out of stuff to do. Oh, this is going to be satisfying. They can't slam Frost Titan yet. And touch is really good with this guy. It's also really good with Containment Priest. Just gets rid of anything forever for only 2 mana without having to do the other thing. This card's also a combo with this because it wouldn't be cast. Like, if they take the Monarchy, I can use Containment Priest. They are taking so much time for their turn. Ah! Brainstorm. Okay. That's probably good for me if that's starting with that. How's everyone in Twitch chat doing? I have plenty of time to chat about matters. Anyone else playing Vintage Cube? Any sweet decks? The cost of them doing nothing is them taking a very long time. Normally when Magic players do nothing, it doesn't take very long. It's like, okay, your turn. That's normally how long it takes to do nothing in Magic. Manamorphose? What is happening? They're getting green, okay. Palace Jailer too good. They're going deep in the tank. They're playing Storm, true. They have Ugin in their Storm deck. They're doing crazy stuff. They are playing Storm, but they also haven't even come remotely close to storming off at all. I guess last game they did some Storm stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'm just sitting here with my guys like, okay. I'm in my white deck that I feel like they drafted a Storm deck without like doing it properly, or they're missing out on some necessary piece. Yeah. Wheel of Time, Snap, Lion's Eye Diamond, yeah. Blue-Green Storm, okay. Helm of Awakening, sure. I wouldn't have ever been able to hold up this, or this, or this. Okay, Time Twister. Sure. Oh, I got Miscalc again. Let's go. I am the greatest. I also got Inquisition. I am still the king. And all my spells cost one less. This is called Lingering Souls is sick with that. They know what I have. Okay. I will know what you have soon enough, opponent. Storm count 5. They already played a land. Miscalc could be really good against them. Let's see how their wheel treated them. There's no world where I don't do this. So we're going to do this first. Get wrecked. This is what happened to me last game. Well, they have all lands. That's not a good wheel. They can take my guy, but they still don't get back the Monarchy, which is amazing. Okay, then I'm going to play a Lingering Souls. Flashback Lingering Souls. Play Swamp. Play Dark Confidant. Combat. Boom. That was a really good turn for me. This Helm of Awakening really let me do some great stuff that turn. Oh, and I draw a card. No big deal. Oh, Time Walk! No, I was so close. Oh, I was so close to being able to just Time Walk. Take them down. They're going to have to play like... They can just still Treachery. They can just like... Because it costs one less. They still can't use Shell Dock, luckily. But they can take my Palace Jailer. But then in the process, they're going to take 8 damage or something. Okay, they played that. Okay. They should just tap their 5th land anyway. I'm going to miscalc their Treachery just to make them spend the extra mana. Because I have the mana available. I want to just not give them the option to do something else that's good. Now that I'm realizing how this works, they just get to untap all their lands anyway. They could lose a lot of life from Dark Confidant. Yeah, that was not a good miscalc. Whoops. 6, 7. Because they can now cast Ugin. Though they were going to be able to pay for the Ugin anyway. Man, I wish they hadn't taken my Dark Confidant. I hope they don't have Ugin. Oh, they do have Ugin, don't they? Mind Desire. Okay. Oh, they're going to be able to wheel? Okay. Oh my gosh. They're doing crazy stuff here. Oh my gosh. Those are 3 amazing spells to hit here. What? I can't believe this. This is insane. Oh no, am I going to lose here? Gosh, Thalia is so good in this matchup. No, Brain Freeze is not going to be... I mean, I gave them an extra spell by casting Miscalc, which is just horrendous. I mean, I'm probably dead to Brain Freeze, actually, but... They might just time out here. I don't even know. I have no idea what's in their hand anymore. Graveyard's empty. Okay, their Storm deck is starting to look way cooler. Oh my gosh, there's Dream Halls. Okay. Their Dream Halls is here. Oh, they're Mind Desiring again? I'm going to just pass Yield All here. They have an Exploration in their deck? Okay. I would be shocked if they can beat me in game 3. That's the problem here. They're going to take some time to beat me this game. And the fact that they... Yeah. And honestly, I feel no guilt whatsoever for beating them via timeout because they've literally made this game, like, horrendous for me by just taking so long. Like, I've just been sitting here. Like, each person starts with 25 minutes on their chess clock. Can they beat a Thalia? That's the question. I will concede now so they don't get to see my entire deck. They have 2.5 minutes. That was on a mold of 5 for me, and I was still very close to winning. Okay, I don't know if I want Birthing Pod, but I do like that Birthing Pod can get Thalia, which just hoses them completely. So it is probably better than Gideon. Like, I could probably just keep any 7 cards and just pass my turn every turn, and they probably couldn't kill me in time. Obviously, we're not going to do that. Okay. This is an interesting hand. It's really bad, though. We're going to mulligan. This hand is much better. We will keep this. I don't think they can win. I'm going to ditch March. Because I can just use Recruiter to go get Skyclave Apparition. Which is, like, better there anyway. I'm just going to Inquisition, get rid of any potential interaction they have, and then Thalia, and then they're just dead, I feel like. Snap. Exploration. Exploration's not going to do anything. I'm just going to get rid of... They just concede. What was I going to take? I was considering taking Snap, because that's their only way to get Thalia off the board, and then they play Exploration, 2 more lands. They can't actually play Thirst for Discovery yet, and then I'd play Thalia on turn 2. So I think I was going to take Snap. But yeah, we won the match. Mostly due to them playing slowly, but I mean, partly due to that. We could have also just won this game 3 because we had a good hand. Anyway, see you folks in round 2. Welcome to another round. Let's go. This is a good hand. Turn 2 Tide Hollow, turn 3. I can't actually play the Skyclave yet, but It's a hand. I don't think I can mulligan this one. Is one way of saying it. Savannah. I was hoping to get a Savannah at one point. That's the land I needed. Perfect. Ah! This is an artifact. I don't want them to get that. Okay. Fast Bond is useless. Swords is really good. I'm going to take swords. They're not able to play Dak yet. They're like actually quite far from playing Dak. I guess they're one land away with birds, but I'm planning on skyclaving birds next turn. No! I'm so sad. That's so sad. Gosh, this would have gone so well if they just hadn't ripped the land off the top. Oh, that's so sad. Because I was going to just take birds next turn. If I don't take... I mean, they couldn't cast anything in their hand other than... Ugh. Sure. This could be a good game for Winds of Abandon. Like, yeah, they could end up really not in good shape. I could like exile their entire board or something. They would get a bunch of basics, but this turn one Birds of Paradise has ruined me. Absolutely devastated me. Also the top deck Botanical Sanctums really wrecked me. I don't know why they're not just playing the Fast Bond. Palace Jailer me. I will attack with both. Give them back their swords. From Tide Hollow leaving play. Actually, that's really bad because they're going to lose their Tide Hollow, but I'm going to have it. They're not going to get their 3-3. I feel like this is going to die eventually. So they never have mana problems again. Not my best draw, I'll say that much. I've only drawn 4 spells. No, 5 spells. This is where an Enduro would go a long way. Or a Gideon. Gosh, this game has not gone the way I wanted it to. Ugh. They don't have that many not basic lands to get. That's funny. So the last card is Fast Bond and one unknown. Oh, I'm so dead. Just completely and utterly trounced. That card's really good. I think I can safely scoop this game. I can't possibly win. Okay. How do we beat Minskin Boo? Hope they don't draw it. That's probably our best plan. Yeah, this miscalc should just definitely be in the deck. Hmm. Well, we'll try it this way. It's a change we made last time. Let's go first. This is so bad. I don't think I can keep this in Vintage Cube. This hand is keepable, though. I'm going to ditch the... Honestly, Lingering Souls just feels too slow, probably. Okay, Birds of Paradise, get out of here. Ugh. Ugh. Their hand is so much worse without that. Crucible seems okay in their hand. Gosh. I've drawn this island so many times when it's just awful for me. I'm not sacking this to get a planes because I really want to draw the planes. It's not the end of the world if I don't draw the planes this turn because I kind of just want to use Skyclave on Dak or Crucible. They ditch Crucible. Okay. Just... I'm getting owned by my mana. I have 10 white sources, which I feel like is decent considering the cards I'm playing. Just not where you want to be. Meanwhile, they're playing like all their dual lands and stuff. Owning me. Gosh darn it. I feel like I have a lot of cheap cards that I never draw in my opening hand. Like Mother of Runes, Thalia. I don't know. I drew Tidal Score last time. Oh. Sometimes it's just not your match. Like last match, I would have won easily if they just hadn't drawn Botanical Sanctum, I think. Because the next turn I was going to get rid of birds, and it was like game over. But then they just jammed Dak, and it was like, ugh. Okay. Plains me. They got rid of Vindicate. They missed a land drop or something? They're digging for lands. No, maybe they're not. Yeah, I played the Time Walk, so it's like an extra turn. Gosh, I wish I could have gotten Gideon down before I drew Time Walk. I just get an extra token, an extra attack. I get to kill the Dak. But I just didn't have the planes. If I had a white source, I would have played Gideon 100% and then saved the Time Walk. It's just so much better. I just hit them for like 10 damage. They just basically lose, potentially. Oh, my hand is trash right now. I need to draw my Palace Jailer. I basically have 2 Palace Jailers in my deck because I have Recruiter of the Guard, so that's pretty nice. I would love to draw Enduril. I think that card's pretty good in my deck. It's interesting. They're drawing 2, discarding 2. I think my deck is capable of some really good starts. I just have not really had them at the moment. It's funny because most of my starts involve like playing most of the mono white cards. But I think I had to kind of dip into black to make playables after because it took me so long to figure out how open white was. This is a tough discard. I guess they aren't going to hit their land, maybe, or I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Knight of the Reliquary and Botanical Sanctum. The hero of their last game, Botanical Sanctum. Judging by how many colors there are, Botanical Sanctum might have been like one of like not even land would have saved them. They have a lot of dual lands. Minskin Palace Jailer. That's bad for me. Huge draw. Unfortunately, my lack of planes is owning me. Oh, man. Because I can... Gosh. So I can get Thalia. I can get... I have a lot of good cards I can get with Recruiter. And then I can like plus Gideon to attack them, which makes them lose this guy. I really want to just... send it at them. They're going to chump. Perfect. Yes. I think I really want to get this, but I also just want to get something I can play this turn. I know I can't get Tide Hollow Sculler. I can't really get... I could get Mother of Runes. I think Palace Jailer's the safe bet. Gosh, the fact that they get to play all these multicolor cards and Palace Jailer is wild. Man, I'm losing this game so hard because I drew one extra swamp. If I'd been able to play like my planes that turn to play both of these guys, I would have been in such good shape. Like Skyclave their guy, attack them, take the Monarchy, have a blocker for their thing so they can't take it back. Gosh, so many minor things are really wrecking me here. The order I drew my Time Walk in versus my planes. This is just a tough one. Tough defeat, I feel like. Fighting to the bitter end, but not much I can do all the time. Goldspan Dragon. Yep. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is... I just can't seem to buy a situation here that works for me. Planes. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the point where Planes doesn't even help me at all. They can ultimate Dak Fade. Skyclave is good against Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, this game is not going well. Yeah. Ugh. And Doodle doesn't do anything because Dak was just going to take it if I play it. Okay, Oko. Three, six, eight. That block makes sense to me, but I'm not going to block. They get back Goldspan Dragon. If I draw Wings of a Bandit, I'm still in it. That'd be such a sick time to draw a good card for me. I could just take out everything they have. I have not gotten to spend my mana even close to optimally this game. Oh, man. I'm just in survive and hope to top deck Winds of Abandon mode. I do have an out. Maybe I should have blocked with Recruit of the Guard last turn, but then they just bring it back this turn. Gosh. This game is... I'm frustrated with how this one's gone. Oh, man. But, you know, there's nothing I could do. I'm just living my life here. I could have gone for a different line on the Recruiter turn. I've just been choked on white mana, which has really hurt me. Am I just dead? I'm going to 5. I then have to block. The problem is I know they have Minsc and Boo in their deck. So even if I exile their entire board, they're just going to draw Minsc and Boo and the game's over. That was a brutal match. We'll see you folks in the final round. Welcome to the final round. We actually have a hand with great mana for once. This is amazing. Turn 1, Thraben Inspector. Turn 2, Thalia. I don't even care that Lingering Souls is going to be hard to cast if we have Thalia in play. Esper Sentinel does not do much against me. Thalia! Let's do it. I can even just take out the Esper Sentinel with Skyclave if I really need to. But that's probably unnecessary. They can't cast it. No, they can. Soul Herder, okay. That's pretty good for me. I think this is when I do it. I can't respond to it coming back into play or something. Get wrecked! Yes! Containment priest for the win! I'm just gonna do that. I don't know. I guess Containment Priest already shut that guy down. Yeah, I probably should have just played Lingering Souls there. I just got like, oh, I can just play this and flash it back in the same turn, but like I don't have to do it in the same turn. That's just so much worse. Yeah, that was really bad. Playing the Skyclave apparition there did not do what I wanted it to. They could have Resto Angel here, but I'm not going to assume they have it. Feels like they might have a Wrath. I'm not going to assume they have it, though. Sure. That's a pretty good exchange for me, I feel like. Ah! The One Ring, okay. That's fine. They have protection from everything. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Non-token creature. I know this can kill anything permanently with this in play. I can't exile the One Ring, though. I'm just like, I'm just going to cast this. We'll see how it works out. The One Ring's going to deal him some damage. So I only need to get like one more big hit in. And I have like a 2-mana like Swords to Plowshares essentially. Like if they have a Wrath, it's not the best, but I can then rebuild with Lingering Souls. And I'm just worried about them like finding a way to like kill this thing. Oh, Frost Titan. That doesn't do it. That does not do it, my friend. I forgot I had Ward too. Boom! Got the win. Game 2. Okay, I'm definitely going to bring in this blue counterspell. I should have been playing it the whole time. Call the Ring just seems bad to me. I can probably afford to cut a swamp. I just want to have 8 sources. Feels like 10-8 is really nice for when I have a lot of early black cards, but... Yeah, this probably is what I should have done the whole time. I just have so many heavy white. It's just I have like Dark Confidant and stuff that I want to be able to cast on turn 2. I honestly just thought 10 sources would be enough for getting my double whites. The Fair Yawgmoth's will. This is great though. Our deck is sick. We've got all the stuff we need to win this. Get the 2-1. It's the classic Magic Online experience. Grind for that last percentage point. Every win matters. This is Sparta. Let's poll the audience. Do people believe or are they doubters? Ooh, this is a good hand. Are we going to get the win? I like doing polls sometimes. The sillier the better. So I have double white. I don't have double black, but I don't have any double black spells. Heck yes. They didn't counter him. Heck yes. Believe has won the poll. Killing it. Seven. I'll attack. I'm just going to go for the Anduril here. Because now next turn, if this like resolves and everything works out, I get to go equip and then time walk. And that's like so much better. Gosh. The fact that the window resizes every time I open up a new draft game is insane. Sower of Temptation. Oh. Mother of Runes. And Skyclave Apparition. This is a greedy line. I probably should have just played Skyclave and held up Ephemerate. But I can't Ephemerate anything anyway. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, that's bad. I'll put it on top. Man, they didn't do that on Mother of Runes? Wow. That's a disciplined play right there. Holy heck. What the? That's wild to me that they didn't do that on Mother of Runes. They must have an answer. Okay, Elite Spellbinder. It's going to be annoying. That is going to be annoying. But they can't do it on my card that I'm going to get. And I can then... Yeah. Oh, no. No, this is getting so rough for me. Oh, this actually might work out. Well, I know one of their cards. I hope they don't have a counter spell, but I can't play around it. If they spell pierce me, I'll be sad, but oh well. Let's go, Dark Confidant! Ah! Thank goodness. Thank gosh. Yes! Woohoo! We won the game. What a win. That was a satisfying way to finish that one off. Let's go. Got there 2-1 with a pretty sweet deck. I felt really good about this draft. We read the signals, got the victory in the end. We had some awesome cards. Wheeled a Thalia, which is just insane. Got a Palace Jailer really late. And that was kind of what inspired me to make the switch. Mother of Runes. So, honestly, pretty awesome stuff. Call of the Ring should really just be a miscalc in this because that's what we cited in every single time. But that was really awesome. If you did make it all the way to the end of this video, leave hashtag WhiteAudible in the comment section down below. Audible, A-U-D-I-B-L-E, because that's in football when you change plays halfway through. That's what an audible is. And we audibled into white. So leave that in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more vintage cube drafts, and I'll talk to you next time.